attempted to make that claim way back during the height of the feminazis in the 90s and so forth. And when they found evidence that men and women are born different, they were so shocked. Actually, the cover story, they did a cover story, Time magazine, men and women are born different. Well, this is the same thing here. Big MIT study. Jam-packed sardining people on a subway car spreads rapidly any disease, including coronavirus. Governor Cuomo needs 30,000 ventilators for coronavirus-stricken New Yorkers, said Dr. Fauci on March 29th. And the reason Dr. Fauci said that Cuomo needs 30,000 is because Cuomo was saying it. Trump said, you're going to need 30,000 ventilators. What are you talking about? They said, Trump doesn't care. See, Trump is a bigot and he doesn't care. He has no heart. Trump has no empathy. Cuomo was out there during his briefings almost hysterically demanding 30,000 ventilators. You know how many New York ultimately needed? 5,000 ventilators. You know what's happening now? New York is actually donating ventilators to other states and other countries. Has anybody seen a story in the Democrat media saying Trump was right, Cuomo and Fauci were wrong? Has anybody seen this? No, you haven't seen that story. Grab Paul in Maple Grove, Minnesota. Paul, thank you so much for waiting for the top of the hour. I'm glad you accepted the complimentary subscription to Rush 24/7. Now you have open highway to make your point. What
to cover up? They blocked travel in and out of Wuhan to the rest of China. But they did not block it in and out of Wuhan to the rest of the world.
Isn't it, Paul is right, isn't it interesting? So few cases in Beijing, so few cases in Shanghai, so few cases in Shenzhen or Guangzhou.
I mean, that was intentional. That makes it biowarfare. Look what they did to Italy. And then from Italy to the rest of the Europe.
Now, wait a minute, I want you to back some of this. How did they, no wrong answer, I just want to know what you think here. How did they do it to Italy?
In Italy. They own much of the country now.
Well, you know, they own a lot of the professional soccer league or leagues, have you?
And there's a lot of Chinese people traveling in and out of Italy.
Right.
And the story is that New York got the virus from Europe. Well, if they got it from Europe, a good part of Europe got it from Italy.
By the way, that bears repeating because he's right about that. The majority of New York cases came from Europe, not from China. They did this on purpose.
Because it was intentional, because they intentionally shut down travel within their country.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I understand your logic and your thinking, but need to get your thoughts on this. Did they go into the lab to try to create a weapon, to try to turn a virus into a weapon, a biological weapon for the purposes of mass extermination? Do you believe they did that?
I don't know. The jury's still out on that.
Well, because that's, when you talk about weaponizing or bioweapon, that's what most people are going to think. Now, your definition is, okay, they knew what they had, they saw it wreck Wuhan, and then they purposely let it spread, not to their own cities, but around the world, and they purposely let that happen, and they're weaponizing it. That's your logic, right?
Yeah, doesn't that follow? I mean...
Yeah, this is another taboo. You can't. I have found this out myself. Weaponizing the whistleblower in the Ukraine story as a means of getting rid of Trump. Coverage of any given story is a weapon designed to destroy the Trump presidency and Trump the man. So when I talk about the media weaponizing something, they immediately think that I'm accusing the Chinese of going into the lab and creating a weapon out of a virus, and then they report that. This is how they get people to suppress their own thinking, even when I never said anything of the sort. But whatever you think, Paul here has a point. They let the virus out. knowing what a Jinping walking through the streets of Wuhan, waving up at people in their homes as though he's an elected leader and he's out amongst the people, showing that he's just one of them and he's wearing a blue mask. Have you seen it? Because it's power in China than any leader since Mao Zedong. Not an exaggeration. So this guy, when they reopen the wet market, that's the only sign you need that the virus did not originate there. Markets where they sell live animals for food. That's what a wet market is. They call it wet because they're still alive. And if